How's it going, y'all? Welcome back. I'm here again. It'll be fixed by the next batch of videos. I promise you. This whole setup will change. I'm so close to the camera. It's a whole mess. But, oh, look at that. Check that shit out, dude. That's sick as fuck, dude. So sick. I should lie. What should I say this is? Life is hard. Life is super hard for a lot of fucking people right now. You included probably if you're watching this video. And I had a really rough, past half year, 5 months or whatever. Pretty much I got made for this out. And just kind of fell apart. I gave up. I gave up in wanting to pursue a lot of things because a lot of things just started feeling super hopeless, and I kind of forgot I've kind of forgot what I was doing it for. Getting lost in just the world that is today, but also what you're trying to build, what you're trying to say, and then you have to cross-reference that to the metrics and stuff, and if people are listening, especially if you want to build something out of it. But, that doesn't need to be everything. That doesn't need to be everything you do. Music will always be the main thing I do. Music will always be the main thing on this channel, despite the other stuff I bring in. But, I mean, I don't know about you, but we are creative beings, alright? And the thing that helped me, the thing that really kind of kicked me back into perspective is, we are, as they say, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. We are ashes. We go back to ashes. This is just a very brief stop on our journey back to ashes. And, there's a saying that there's only two things promised to you in life, and that's death and taxes. And I think that is just not it. But we are promised two things. Probably more if you want to really get into it. But we are promised death. And we are promised experience, whether it's a short experience, whether it's a long experience. And I think the thing that really helped me get back on my path, find what I wanted to do, and continue doing what I wanted to do is the idea that I'm still here to have these experiences. And I do, and I don't think that it's bad that I have them. I don't think it's bad that I feel as sad as I do or that, brain wiring acts fucking insane and shit like that. Like, I think it's unfortunate, but I think that it's part of my experience and, it's part of what I can share. Really taking any experience and working back into the mind, I think, is what helped me find my purpose again. Just creating, just being here to create. I created a list on my journaling app of 3 things that I'm here for. The number 1 is to experience and to create. 2 is to make the ones close to me feel loved and cherished, and undoubtedly so. And 3 is to spread any positivity I can on a scale of making one person's day brighter to maybe affecting multiples. I mean, the dream is to affect millions. I would love to be able to leave a positive impact on this world that would affect millions. I mean, that would just be mind-blowing. But I mean, even this tiny, little channel that I have here, people saying that my music helps, people saying that, they enjoy it and all that. I mean, that is why I'm here. So really, I mean, just explore, experience, create. If you're a poet, create. If you're not even trying to create anything artistic, you create thoughts. Dive into your head, not in a bad way, but dive into your head, dissect, what you saw, what you witnessed, how it made you feel, stuff like that. Create those kinds of thoughts. And, for me personally, surrounding myself with creative stuff is what really helped, right? I've mentioned it on Instagram. I don't think I've mentioned it too much on YouTube yet, but I'm writing a trilogy of books. The first one should come out next year, followed by the year after that with the second, and then the year after that with the third. So 2027, 28, and 29. And surrounding myself with that. surrounding myself with like scripts that I don't even plan to release. The trilogy I plan to release, but like scripts and shit that will never be released, or short films that I want to involve myself with, and YouTube series that I want to involve myself with, and like creative like skits and stuff like that, like all of that. Just surrounding myself with something that constantly lets me have an outlet, no matter what's going on, how I feel, where I am, what my situation is. I always have a creative outlet. And that personally really helped me. And I know not everybody is looking to create like that, but I do think it is important to find your purpose. That doesn't have to be your purpose. I'm not here to tell you what your purpose is. I'm just here to say what's really helped me. And yeah, it is just that, absolutely surrounding myself with all forms of creativity. I'm juggling between finishing the trilogy of EPs that I wanted to do, releasing this new EP that comes out this month, and then also working on another EP on top of everything else. And it's not to the point where it doesn't leave you time to feel and experience your emotions, but it constantly gives you something to do with that experience. So, definitely find your purpose, find what makes you happy, and chase the fuck out of it, because we really don't have a lot of time here before we go back. So we might as well experience and create and leave behind everything that we can. That's basically all I wanted to say. Leave some comments down, talk about what helps you get through stuff and all that. I think it's an important discussion for people to have, to talk about this more. And, it's not exactly like my comments are going to be a huge spot of community to talk about it with, but, maybe somebody will leave an idea or two down there for you to check out that might be a little more helpful than my unscripted brain splat. Ooh. Sorry, that was a really bad joke. I'm just going to cut that one out. Be weird and love yourself. I love you. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.